Hey guys, so hopefully you can't see the huge pile of mess that's in my room. It's a bit messy at the moment. I just wanted to make a video, alright? Just to talk about something real quick, because this is something that I think we need to talk about. Very important stuff. By the way, I did get my camera back to where it's supposed to be, so it looks, the picture quality's back, okay? That was my fault. Okay, that said, we need to talk about something. I'm on vacation at the moment, but I'm reading comments, right? And some of the comments that I've been reading have been really great, and I really appreciate you guys' comments. I'm sorry I haven't checked on the comments in a minute. Vacation has been very busy. I'll put it that way. It's been very busy, but I'm enjoying my family and everything. But while I'm in the middle of editing, I was looking at some comments, and there was a comment that struck me, because it was basically telling me, I shouldn't talk about stuff like Taemin getting out of the military and people like already finding a problem with Taemin's weight and all that stuff, and bringing awareness to the severity of this kind of behavior, right? That I should not do that, because apparently by doing that, I am giving these crazy toxic netizens a platform and making a situation out of, what happened. Here's the problem with that. The situation was there before I opened my mouth or before I made the video. Before I even decided to make a video, the situation was already there. To not address it, which is my second point, is just not in my nature. Originally, I wanted my channel to be a happy-go-lucky channel where we don't focus on anything like that, and we just talk about K-pop, and we just talk about all the good stuff, and we talk about just loving this group and that group, and this is your favorite idol, and this is your favorite, I wanted that, and reactions and all that, and that was cool. That's what I wanted initially, but I noticed there's not enough people calling out toxic behavior. I don't do this because I necessarily want to. I do it because I feel like I have an obligation to, and because when I see it, it bothers me so much that I have a lot to say. So I use my platform to say and address issues that aren't getting addressed normally. I'm not giving them a platform. I'm using my platform to call them out. Even if it seems pointless or hopeless to do that, because, well, they're not going to change, quote unquote, which I don't believe that. I don't believe that people just can't change. I don't. I really don't. I think that people can change. As long as you're alive and living and breathing, you can change. You choose not to change, but that doesn't mean that I should stop talking about these things because people choose what they want to do and don't want to do. We all choose what we want to do and what we don't want to do. That doesn't mean we should just stop telling people that, hey, you should stop. It could become serious. There are people, idols or whatever, who have been bullied to the point of unaliving themselves. And there are times when I've seen comments saying, well, where were the people who supported this idol when these bullies came out of nowhere to basically beat this person down verbally? Because the loudest people in the room, and I've said it many times, and even a commenter told me this and brought this to my attention, which is very true. The loudest people in the room are the ones that are always spreading hate. Always. The people like you and me who are trying to be happy and loving all the time, where are we? Where are we? You know what I mean? Where are we when all of this stuff is going on? You know what we're doing? We're left to pick up the pieces of what was, but is no more. Because, and I'm not saying that what I'm doing is necessarily going to change anything, but I figured I have a platform, and I have a mouth that is uncontrolled by anyone or anything. I'm going to use my words as wisely as possible, but I'm not going to be idle and just sit around and not say anything, because we need to not give them attention. We need to love. Sometimes there's you know, the regular love where you're loving everybody around you and you just you know, you love them. Then there's that's what do you call it, tough love, where you just gotta tell it like it is, you know, tell the truth, shame the devil. So that's what I'm doing, telling the truth, shaming the devil. I don't appreciate idols being lied about, lied on, bullied, harassed. Just I don't appreciate that. And here's the biggest reason why I do this on my channel, why my channel has become this, because I didn't start off that way, but I knew that there was something in me that just needed to press forward with this attack on cancel culture and stuff like that. Here's the main reason why I did it. What's happened and what happens with these idols who are bullied and harassed and verbally abused and all these things that have happened by toxic netizens happens on a broader scale than just K-pop. It's not just K-pop. It's not just K-pop. It is everywhere. It's people like you and me. Bullying is wrong, period. Well, there's always going to be bullies. You can't, like, convince them all. Well, that's fine if I can't convince them all, but maybe I can convince some. If you just say nothing, nothing will change. If you do nothing, nothing will change. Period. I've learned that. I'm 31 years old. I have learned and I'm still learning that the longer you let things slide, the more people will think that it's okay to do it, or will know it's not okay, but because they're not being held accountable for it, they're going to keep doing it. If you do nothing, you get nothing back. So we're like, oh, we need to, like, these people need to be held accountable. Oh, well, so that's what I'm doing, holding accountable. And there are the occasional people that come on my channel, you know, that try to put me on blast and fuss me out because I'm holding them accountable. But that's what I'm doing. I refuse to let people do this to a genre that I love, and K-pop, because K-pop is more than just an industry thing or a genre thing to me. K-pop is an entertainment, the likes of which, if I was born in any other time before the 90s and the 2000s, I would never even be able to enjoy it. And I'm grateful to have been born at a time where K-pop was a thing, and to live now in a time where K-pop is still a thing. No, this is not simply about K-pop. This is about much more than that. If we want change, we have to be the change we want to see. It's not enough for me to be like, well, this community over here, we're just going to be loving and we're just going to love and all this stuff. But this community is trashing artists, idols, causing mass mayhem on a grand scale, while we're over here just loving, just don't pay them any mind, let them do what they're doing. But this side over here is causing people to lose it to the point where they're unaliving themselves. And we are just gonna be over here in love land, right? Oh, it's all love, yeah, love. And they're just terrorizing. What ends up happening is, it keeps going. We love over here, they destroy over here. We say, let's ignore them because we can't change them. They continue to be ignored and unchanged, and also unchecked and unchallenged. One person steps out of there and starts challenging them. I'm not saying that I'm the one person. There's other YouTube channels that were doing this long before I even started my channel. Everglow Up is one of them. There's a few other ones too, but Everglow Up is like one of the biggest ones to me. The point is, we need to combat this stuff, because if we don't, we're gonna lose a lot more people than what we've already lost. Mental health is a serious thing. And for us to just be sitting over here and loving, and then this side is terrorizing, destroying everything in their wake, and we are doing nothing about it and saying nothing about it because we want to be loving. And oh, it's just a few people in a small minority that are saying all these things, but the majority of people are loving and caring. Well, that's fine that the majority are loving and caring, but the minority are louder and much more effective in a destructive sense than the majority that are loving, because no one's challenging them. That's why I do this. Now, some of y'all probably wonder why I make this video. This is a really random video, and it has nothing to do with reactions, K-pop, or inspiration. It is inspiring in a way. I'm inspiring people to wake up to the reality that we can't just ignore this stuff. Now, there are channels that do just focus on the good stuff about K-pop. They don't want to address this stuff, and that's fine. I'm not bashing or disrespectfully saying anything negative about those kinds of K-pop centric channels, right? That's fine. That's you do you, and that's fine. I'm just saying, for me, and there are other K-pop channels that do this, when we see something, we have to say something about it. I have to. I cannot, something in me that just refuses to back down from this stuff. I don't care about getting heat for it. I don't care about that. All right? I really don't. I'd rather they direct their heat towards me than direct it towards someone else. Someone who doesn't have the freedom or power to speak. I would rather them direct it towards me, because I don't care. I'll say what I gotta say. You can love me or hate me. I'll say what I gotta say, but I promise everything I say is in love. Even when I say that they're idiots, I'm calling them an idiot in love. I could say worse things, but I'm calling them an idiot in love. I do not tolerate that kind of stuff going on. And if I see it, I have to address it. That's just the way I am. And so on my channel, that's what you're going to get. There's going to be times where we're doing reactions and we're having a good time and we're happy and we're just, having a great time reacting, right? Totally fine. But then there are going to be other times where the rubber's going to hit the road. And I'm going to say what I got to say when something happens. It's not giving them a platform. No, it's not. They do that on their own. They give themselves a platform. They get onto Twitter, they get onto all these other social media forums, and they do that. That's not us. We don't do that. We don't give them that kind of space. So all the people that saying that we give them a platform and all this stuff, no, we don't. No, we don't. We call out their behavior. That's not giving them a platform. That's holding them accountable. Just like when I was defending Leo from the toxic morons that were saying that he was a misogynist and all this other crap, and that his song was talking about killing women and all that stuff. I defended him. I will continue to defend him because it's wrong. And at the end of the video, he looked terrible. He looked like he was just done. I know what that look. When I see that look that Leo had tells me everything. No one deserves that. No one. And I will never back down from that kind of stuff. And if that turns you off from this channel, you are more than welcome to leave. I will not hold you. I will not, try to convince you to stay. We address these serious topics because they're important. They're important. I don't care how hopeless or pointless you might think this is. It's serving a bigger purpose than just K-pop. This is people in general. These are people's lives, right? That we're talking about. So let's not, let's not make it sound like it's something that's not. I'm not giving these people a platform. Other social media platforms are giving them a platform to say whatever they want. This social media platform, at least Moonlight Antonio, does not give them the opportunity to say what they want and get away with it. I will combat what they say. That's the point of doing this. So that's my stance, and I'm not backing away from that. I will never back away from that. Now, this is a response to a comment that was made, and I did respond to them in the comment section, but this is more of a public response. I'm not going to say who it was, but this is more of a public response in general for anyone who wonders why I'm talking about this stuff and would probably prefer me to stop. I'm not stopping, okay? And if that turns you off and you want to leave, then you are more than welcome to leave. All right? But I will not stop. You know, people need to be held accountable. Period. Once there's a rule in place that punishes people for this kind of behavior online, maybe I won't talk about it anymore. Maybe. Because the justice system's taking care of it. But until that time, I'm not shutting my mouth about this stuff. We have enough people not saying stuff about it. I'm not going to be one of them. I decided that a long time ago, and I was more than prepared for the consequences that will follow this line of thought and this action that I've taken. I'm well aware. So I'm ready for it. I know it's come. The bigger my channel gets, the more hate I'm going to get because I'm calling out this stuff. But I gotta. At least I feel like I gotta. In a perfect world, in a more ideal world, we would have to, because this wouldn't be going on. But this world isn't as ideal as some people might think. There's just tons of things going on. So no, I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to let them have that. Because they want you to not say anything about what they're doing. Right? They want you to do that. Don't give them that opportunity. Don't give them that chance. So that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. And thank you for listening, and thank you for tuning in. I know this wasn't the normal video that you guys would normally see, but I felt this was a necessary video to make at this point in time. It's not pointless. It's not pointless to me. And so I will continue to say what I need to say and get the word out, because the more I say stuff, it'll probably help and spark other people to say stuff too. So that's what I'm doing. And thank you guys for listening to me rant and rave about this topic. Yeah, that's it. I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it'll be a reaction video and not a talking video, but you know, I actually like this kind of stuff. So I will see you in the next one. Until then, peace. Love you guys. Bye.